Greetings. This is Kevin McPeak, continuing the Leadership and Technology series. Today discussing with you why it is important to avoid confirmation bias. Confirmation bias occurs when, as a technology leader, you're faced with making a decision, possibly for procurement of technical services, possibly for buying hardware, software, upgrading your systems, or perhaps decommissioning existing infrastructure or systems, or changing vendors. There's many types of decisions that you'll face. The specific concern that I have with regard to confirmation bias is if you have a gut feeling and intuition where you go ahead and you make a decision without obtaining all of the proper information, without doing your proper due diligence, later as information comes to you, the risk is that you will filter out information that moves against your initial predisposition, the initial ideas that you held for the best path forward, and you'll have what is actually called a confirmation bias, where you'll take your existing idea and you will seek to filter. You will do this unconsciously, which is the concern, and basically you'll have overconfidence in your initial decision instead of having an element of humility where you'll take other factors into consideration and perhaps realize that your initial decision was in fact not the best idea. Sometimes different IT managers work in the same organization in different functional areas, and they may each have confirmation bias for what is the best path forward. And in this type of scenario, what occurs is a case of attitude polarization, where each component will have developed their recommended method forward, and then as additional information comes in, additional events unfold, bidders and vendors come up with different concepts, components, proposals, and each IT manager will sort of dig their heels in, and this sort of attitude polarization can be very destructive for an organization as you move forward. In extreme cases, what in the psychological field is called cognitive dissonance can occur, where somebody is faced with obvious truths and overwhelming evidence and still sort of sticks to their guns for the direction that their gut sort of tells them to go in. This type of bias is very destructive in an organization. The whole idea of cherry-picking data to have your preferred outcome to occur is not a trait of a professional leader within information technology. And some ideal ways to avoid this sort of thing, if you recognize this either within your own personal character or within those who you manage or work with, is to set up structural arrangements that can help prevent this from occurring. And some of the ways you could do this are to set up bidders conferences where assorted proposals are presented and the name of the vendor and certain specifications that would identify who that vendor is are redacted out of the proposals, so that nobody knows which company is actually offering the proposal. It's simply looking at the facts, the pricing, and the technological systems under consideration. Some other ideas are to set up independent review councils that can look at decisions as they go forward and sort of have an independent voice, even if they don't have the final decision authority. These independent review teams can make their recommendations. I hope this information is useful to you as you move forward in your IT processes and IT planning. People first, mission always. Thank you.